In 2014, I quit my job as a CPA in Italy and I moved to the United States to improve my English. This is how my entrepreneurial journey started, and since then, I've been focusing on growing myself to grow my business. In this podcast, I just want to create a collection of all the lessons that I learned through my mistakes and the success that came from the wins, going through all the stories, the fun facts, and the anecdotes that I've been experiencing through this journey. My name is Cristina, and let's start collecting picture memories. And now comes the second part. So after the ice camp comes the second event of the series, that is Running Man. Running Man happened in September 2024. And this is running festival in the middle of nowhere of Rome, Georgia, where I went with my ice camp friends. But it's not like the festival. It's not what I've done. It's what I learned about myself, about life. That is just amazing. And it's another great memory and another great adventure I had to add to my bucket that I'm collecting every single year right now. I'm just looking for these kind of experiences because you find the meaning of life in there. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just amazing. So basically, I go to Georgia, and we are, I think, 5 or 6 people flying from the New York area. Nobody's on the same flight. We're leaving from 3 different airports, and I'm like, can we just, no, this is how we fly. Somebody's coming from San Francisco. We meet in Atlanta. We rent the car. I'm the one who has the car. So I go with my friend. We arrive at the hotel, and our adventure starts there. So we drop off all our luggages at the hotel, and I pick everybody up, and with the car, we go to the field that is huge. And right there, ready to go to the sauna or do some activities, because during this festival is not just running. It's running, cold plunging, there's sauna, there's breath work, there's yoga, all the kind of healthy activities that you can think of, they are there. There's healthy food, there are healthy vendors, there's a lot of things to do. So I don't plan to run. I never run in my life. I don't like it. I actually hate it. I hate cardio. I don't want to do anything. So I'm like, you guys run. And actually the way it works is that there is a 1-mile track in the field, and the second day of the festival there's a race, and you can decide what distance you want to run. So you sign up for a 5K, a 10K, a half a marathon, or an ultra marathon, whatever you want, and you just keep running the track you have 8 hours, and you can run as much as you want. You can stop, you can go eat something, and then go back. It counts how many laps you run. And so I didn't sign up for a race at all. I'm like, you guys go run. I'll do yoga. I'll do breath work. I'll do something else. I just want to stay with you and stay with this community for 2.5 days, and enjoy this. That's it. That was my plan. So we arrive there. We arrive outside of the huge sauna. They built the sauna for the event. It's not a regular sauna. It can fit, I don't know, it's like a 1-bedroom apartment in New York, or maybe the apartment would be smaller. For sure, mine was. And we were outside of the sauna, and one of my friends said, Cristina, there's Sarah there. And I'm like, what? And she's referring to Sarah Blakely, who is Jesse Itzler's wife, who is my role model. She's the founder of Spanx. Now she also founded a second company that is called Sneaks. And I just admire her as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a mother, as a wife, whatever. Just look at her. This is my role model. I watch her masterclass. She speaks to the universe like I do. I just love her. And my dream was to meet her, but I'm somebody who doesn't like to meet famous people or important people just for the sake of meeting them. I don't care about taking a picture. I don't like just to say hi. I would love to have a way to spend 2 hours with them and ask them questions and talk about my journey and ask them. My question would be, how can I become your friend? And we can spend time together, randomly during the year. That would be the only question I have for any people that I want to meet. But anyway, my friends start yelling at me like, "There's Sarah there, there's Sarah," and Sarah is in front of me. I can't see her. Like, when you don't see. Oh my god, it was so weird. But anyway, and she goes like, "Go talk to her. Go talk to her." I'm like, "What am I gonna say?" And she goes like, "I don't know. Just say something. Go talk to her." I'm like, "Okay." So I got talked to her and say, "Hey, Sarah, my name is Christina. And I just wanted to tell you that you're my role model. I admire you so much. I've been following you for a long time. Yes, I follow Jesse, but you are who I want to be with. And I just want to tell you that I speak to the universe like you do, and it really works." And she goes, "Oh my God, thank you so much for coming by." And she goes like, "Would you like to take a picture with me?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I wasn't ready for it. I went, "Okay." And my friend was not ready because she told me after all that she goes like, "Sarah never takes pictures with anybody. And she asked you to take picture with her." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." So this is how my adventure started, meeting Sarah, who was there for the 2 days, running with us, sitting with us. She did sauna with us. Like, it's just an amazing family. Their kids, they have 4 kids. They were running the race with us, and they were listening to the concert, like doing sauna, doing breath work. It's just amazing. So this is how it started. Then at night, we have Jesse on the stage again talking to us, and he goes, "Guys, during this event, something magical happens because people sign up maybe to run a 5K and they ended up running 10K, or they sign up to run a half a marathon and they end up running a marathon, a full marathon." And he goes, "Even if you don't plan to run, just sign up for something and see what's going to happen." So my friend goes like, "Oh my God, Christina, you need to sign up. You need to do something," because I bought one. My friend is crazy. I love her, but she's always up to something. So she actually brought 5 wigs for us to wear and look like Jessie. So she goes, "We need to all wear them, and we need to run at least 1 lap to take a picture at the finish line. So then we can have the picture and we can see it. We can meet him." Okay, I'm like, okay, I sign up for the 5K. Fantastic. So I sign up for the 5K, and then we go to the hotel to sleep the night, and then come back the next day. The race is at 9. So okay, all good until then. So we go to the hotel, and I had one of the worst night of my life because I had a terrible infection. I couldn't sleep 1 minute that night. Like, truly, I was very sick, and I didn't have any antibiotic with me. So I had to find a way to at least make me feel better, but I was not well at all. So the morning, my friend wakes up and she goes like, "Are you okay, Christina?" I'm like, "No, I don't feel okay." And she's a dentist. So she goes like, "If you want, I can prescribe you the antibiotic you need." So she helped me with that. But the pharmacy wasn't opening until I think 9 or 9:30. And we had to start the race at 9. I'm like, I can't go and pick it up. I mean, I'm the only one who has the car. I have to pick everybody up. We need to be there at 8:30 or before. We need to register for the race. And I can't mess everybody up. So I'm like, "Christina, just put yourself together. Breathe. You can do this. You can do this. Truly." You go there, drop everybody off, sign up for the race. And then if you still feel this bad, you're just going to go to the pharmacy. You're going to figure it out. Okay, fantastic. So get the car, get everybody, arrive there, sign up for the race. We're very late. I need to go to the bathroom. I don't have time. So we need to go, guys. We're late. We're really late. Start the race. Feeling terrible. Start the race. I'm like, okay, just 1 lap, just do 1 lap. So we had like 1,000 people are there. We just start. We have our group of friends, like the 10 of us. We start running. And then after not even a quarter of a mile, we're all separated in different paces. Like somebody else doesn't want to run like me. So we're up for 1 lap. And after half a mile, my brain started to click just like this, and magic happened. So I'm like, why should I stop just for 1 lap? Actually, I can hold on and I don't need to go to the bathroom anymore. So I can do this. why should I stop after one lap? I'm going to just keep going. And during that lap, I basically recorded 10 episodes of the podcast, wrote a book. Like my brain was nonstop thinking beautiful thoughts. I'm like, there's no reason why I should be running right now because I'm sick. I need to go. I need to go and pick up some medicine. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm not trained to run. And I kept telling myself, Christina, don't let the circumstances be your excuses. You can do it because you're doing it. You're doing it. Your body is capable of great things. And you're running. And comes the second lap. And comes the third lap. And I'm enjoying running. And then I start telling myself, Christina, you're here to make friends. Why aren't you talking to somebody? And I'm like, no. I just want to stay in my mind. It's so beautiful here. I have such a beautiful thoughts. I just want to stay with it. And I want to enjoy it. So I keep running. And then comes the seventh lap. And a guy starts talking to me. I'm like, no, I just want to keep thinking. Just don't talk to me. I'm like, Christina, you're here to make friends. Just talk to this guy now. So there is this fight inside of me. I'm like, great. Now I have a new friend. Fantastic. So... and I keep going, and I was just amazed that I was so proud of myself and I was so happy that this was happening to me. And actually, I was doing it. And then there was people all around the track like cheering for you. I believe in you. You can do it. Just keep going. If you are surrounded by the right people, you're going to do great things in life. So this is what I kept telling myself. Christina, by yourself and alone, you're not going to go anywhere. Just find your people. Stay with these people. Like, stay here. And just remember, just take a picture memory. This is what I've done. Like, take a picture memory and take it with you. And I ended up running a half a marathon. So I did 14 laps and like walking and running. I didn't care about the time. I just wanted to do it. Everything hurt, like everything. Like I was limping at the end. But it was amazing. It was one of the best experiences of my life because of the lessons that I took with me while I was there. Still, like I didn't need to think back while I was there. I'm like, wow. And I hope this can help someone, because it's so hard sometimes to say like, okay, I'll do it anyway, especially when you're like physically not well. It's very hard. And I'm not saying just push against the limits. I'm not saying that, because I actually wanted to keep running, but I had such a bad pain in one of my foot. So I'm like, Christina, okay, so you weren't here to run. You did it. I would stop before it gets too bad. Okay. You're doing great. And, but really push yourself a little bit. Push yourself a little bit beyond that limit that you think you have, and an amazing world is going to open for you. It's just amazing. And then another amazing thing happened, that I'm the queen of eating junk food. I love it. Just give me French fries and Coke, and I'm the happiest girl on earth. There's no way I can stay sad with a French fry in my hands. So I'm there. There's vendors with such healthy food that you cannot reach junk food basically. But then there are cases of apples. I don't eat fruit. The only fruit that I eat is watermelon during the summer. Yes, I like apples and I like pears, the only two that I like. But I would never say, oh, I'll get an apple, I'll get a pear. Like, never in my life. I'm very sick if I do it. That was the case, I think, because for 2 days I kept eating apples. Like, I'm like, oh, I really want an apple now. What's going on? And then there was a guy explaining us his company that is basically sells a jar to grow sprouts. Like, you put seeds there and after 5 days you get sprouts, and he only eats sprouts. And then he sold us the jar to make the sprouts. And I'm making sprouts at home. So be careful who you spend your time with, because it's who you become. And this is what I'm kind of becoming, eating apples and sprouts and reducing a little bit the Coke. Not all, because it's my cattle for me. It's not even, I just need a sip of Coke, just because I like it. And but it's not all, because that night there was a concert of the singer that is very, very famous, but I don't know that many famous people. And I think his name is Mike Poncer. And he started singing songs that I never heard of before. But during the concert, he told us the story of his life. And I love stories. I love life stories, especially from people that struggle and recover, and now they're living a great life. Because to me, it's such an inspiration that I can always do better, become better, have a better life. And so this guy actually ran with us. He actually ran 50K. And then he performed a concert on the stage for us that night. Like, amazing. The best concert I've ever attended, because it was a motivational concert basically, but amazing. I just love him. And I have such a big regret because I didn't decide to record it, because I was in the moment, and I kept telling myself, like, Christina, just leave the moment, forget about recording audio or video, just you're here. I just wanted to take it in and picture memory. And he gave us 5 pillars of his life, and I forgot them all, but one. The first step is to take one step. And I know it's very simple, but it's not easy. But it's still in me. The first step is taking one step. And he told us that his life was very bad. Drugs, alcohol. He was very famous, making a lot of money, but he was keeping all people like far from him. He couldn't stay with girls for more than one night, making excuse to push them out after the night because he just didn't want to get close to them. And then he actually decided to, I don't remember if running or walking across America, and he got bitten by a snake. He stayed in ICU for 3 weeks, and then he had to make a decision, like, should I go back? He started from New Jersey actually, and he had to arrive to California. And then when he was like 3/4 of the way, he stayed in the ICU because he got poisoned by the snake. And then when he woke up and recovered, he had to decide to go back to New Jersey or finish the journey. And he decided to keep walking and arrive at the Pacific Ocean. And he was the happiest person on earth for that, for the achievement. But at that point, other than the story that I loved, he started to sing one of his songs. That is actually a very famous song. But the message that this song gave me is still very big for me. It resonates so much because he started to sing, I took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii I was cool. And I am a very big fan of Avicii. And when he died, it touched me so bad. Then he died alone. He was struggling. He was very famous, but kind of a similar situation situation of Mike. And when Mike sang that lyrics, I thought, you took a pill for Avicii, and Avicii is dead, and you're here. You made your life up. You fixed everything that wasn't working, and now you are one of the happiest person I've ever met. So how many times in life do we do something to impress somebody who's weaker than us, that we think is stronger than us, and we want to impress this kind of people, and we become somebody who we are not, and who we want to be just to impress this person who cares? Just be you. When he started to sing that song, I don't know what happened in my brain, but I'm like, you are the winner. I was looking up at this guy, and I'm like, you wanted to impress Avicii, but apparently you're stronger than him. I mean, so sorry for him, for Avicii, of course. Like, I'm not judging him. I'm just saying, think about that. Avicii's dead and you're here. amazing. I wish I could have a recording of the entire concert. It was just 1 hour, but it's still here. And I didn't expect that. I didn't even know the singer. And let's keep going because there are 3 days and endless experiences over there. So in another episode of the podcast, I told you what I learned from Tony Robbins, that when I have to say it's just an inconvenience. Here it comes. Not even a month after. I think actually it was exactly a month after the Tony Robbins event. Concert ends and we're going back to the car. And I have the car keys in my backpack, but my friend during the afternoon asked me for the keys because she needed to get something from the car. I'm like, hey, yeah, they're in the backpack. Just grab them and then place them back. But she goes like, I'm going to keep it. Okay, I'm fine. Perfect. And we go back to the car and I say, hey, Jen, where's the key? And she goes, oh, I don't have it. And I'm like, what? So we're in the middle of a field, in the middle of nowhere, with 1,000 people. You don't know how big that was. And we lost the key. I'm like, great. So she said, I'm going to go back and look for it for them. And I'm like, for sure, we're going to find the keys now. People were partying. It's dark. So I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything. So what I did, I just called the rental car and I needed to know what I have to do. I'm a problem solver. So there's no problem. If there is a solution, I need to know what the solution is. What's the solution? So it was actually very funny because I rented the car at the Atlanta airport. So I called the rental car company at that location, okay? Thinking that somebody at that location is going to pick up the phone. So I'm like, hi, I just wanted to ask you, in case we lost the key, what should we do? And she goes, so where are you? And I'm like, I'm in Rome. But I didn't specify where because I'm like, I'm calling that location. So she goes, so you're in Italy, in Rome. And I'm like, no, I'm in Rome, in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. I know that the accent makes it up, but no, I'm not in Italy, unfortunately. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot locate where you are. I'm like, I get it. I get it. So I was like, what should I do if we don't find the keys? And she goes like, oh, you need to tow the car to the airport. I'm like, great. So we are in this field, and if you call Uber, it doesn't get there. So how do we get to the hotel? But now, I mean, okay, we're going to figure out. Some of the other friends are going to have another car. They're going to drive us to the hotel. But in that moment, I was like, I just wanted to scream. I'm like, how the hell do you use the keys? They're not even your keys. You have to care about the keys even more because they're not yours. This is only my brain. But outside, I was like, it's just an inconvenience. We have a solution. We know what to do. Tomorrow, we're going to tow the car to the airport and we're going to get an Uber and we're going to go home. Great. So she comes back. Of course, she didn't find the key. And she goes like, there's a lost and found, but they left for the night. So they said to come back tomorrow. And for sure, the keys are going to be there because somebody found them. And we're going to find our keys. I'm like, sure, great. So a guy, one of our friends, drove us to the hotel. Next day, we ride back to the field and everybody's manifesting the keys. Like, we're going to find them. They're in the lost and found. They're in the lost and found. There's a lost and found. And funny enough, we go to the lost and found girl and we say like, oh, do we have a lost and found box? And she goes, yeah, sure. What are you looking for? And we're looking for the car keys. And she goes, I didn't see car keys in here. So, but let's check. And she goes, is this your key? And we're like, yes. So we found the key. It was just an inconvenience. Manifestation works. It was a great weekend, full of lessons, full of friends, full of great people, good energies, great vibes. Just go out there, guys. I don't know how to tell you in a different way, but there's lessons to be learned that you have to experience in the moment. I try my best, hopefully with my energy and my passion and my way of being, I can share with you what I've learned, and hopefully it can be something that is going to become part of your life as well. But there's nothing like living the moment and living with other people, sharing that moment with other people. It's going to give your life a purpose, a meaning. and you're not going to feel alone or lonely down this journey. It's amazing. So hopefully you're going to get to do an adventure this year. And don't forget to take picture memories while you experience that. If you like this podcast and the topics I'm talking about and you want to know more about what I do, you can follow me more on our social media accounts. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on Facebook under the Healthy Italia account. I'm not very active on social media on my personal account, so you won't find that much. But you can see me on the Healthy Italia account. So it will be wonderful to meet you there. And if you find that what I'm talking about it could be helpful for anybody, you're more than welcome to share the podcast with your friends or whoever you think might benefit from it. Thank you so much. It means the world to me.